Crate training for your young puppy is by far one of the most important things that you need to do for your puppy. So let's talk about why. The number one reason that you have to use a crate anytime that your eyes, adult eyes, don't put this on the kids. Your eyes are not on your puppy. They need to be in the crate. So look, puppies are inquisitive. They smell everything. They lick everything. They bite everything. What happens after they bite things? They swallow things. In all of my years as a dog trainer, I have had people come to me and tell me, man, Kate, I should have listened to you. I took my eyes off my puppy for literally, everyone says the exact same thing, literally 2 seconds. So look, if that's true, your puppies get into trouble quick. Those people that have contacted me have told me their puppies swallowed staples, thumbtack, ropes that have wrapped around their intestines, socks, underwear, the inside of a stuffed animal. Once it was a paper clip. I've also known 2 dogs that have been electrocuted from chewing on cords. Please don't let that be your dog. Look, these things could be the difference between life and death and potentially a $2,000 to $4,000 surgery. It is not worth the risk. If your adult eyes are not on your puppy, literally on your puppy, watching your puppy, not holding the leash and looking over here, literally on your puppy, put them in the crate. You as your dog's owner have a responsibility to make sure that these little tykes are safe. That is your role and your responsibility. But you have things going on. So use your crate in the same way that people use a pack and play or a crib or a car seat or a high chair. And look, if you feel bad about the crate, think about what I just said. We literally strap humans to a chair to feed them. And no one ever questions that or thinks that's barbaric because it's literally just for safety. The second reason that your crate is so important, they need to learn how to be separate from you. Trust me when I tell you, nobody wants a dog with separation anxiety. But what causes separation anxiety? You never separated from them and they never learned how to survive without you. So please do not use your crate just when you leave. Your dog is going to start associating the crate with you leaving, which is going to mean that the crate is going to start causing anxiety. Dogs are pack animals. They want to be with us. But unfortunately, that's just not the reality. So use your crate all the time when you're home, as well as when you're gone, and definitely while you're sleeping. Look, we are not against dogs on the furniture or dogs in the bed as long as they can handle that responsibility, as long as they are fully functional without you, as long as they are out of the chewing stage, past the peeing and pooping in the house stage. They don't display bratty behaviors. They don't bark or claw demands at you. They listen to you. They respect you. They obey you. At that point, we might start looking at putting our dogs in the bed or on the couch. But not until then. A third reason why the crate is so important is for potty training purposes. Most normal, stable, healthy dogs don't want to pee and poop where they sleep. Now, if you have a soft bed or a towel or a blanket in the crate, it's very easy to pee on it, shove it aside, let that absorb, and then they can go sleep over here. For now, don't have soft things in the crate. Going back to reason number 1 of safety, dogs also chew blankets, chew towels, chew beds, and if they ingest them, you risk surgery or worse, death. Guys, I know you're going to feel bad by not having something soft in there, but it is your responsibility to keep them safe. You also don't want to condition a dog to pee and poop in their crate. That is not a fun thing to deal with. You only want to give your dog supervised freedom after they have both peed and pooped first thing in the morning. So if you wake up and they pee outside, but they don't poop, they go back in the crate. Give it a try in 15 or 20 minutes. Take them back out. If they do poop and maybe even pee again, yay! Now they can earn supervised freedom by an adult in the house. Let me just say that one more time. They don't get to have freedom in the house until they pee and poop. And the key is that supervised freedom is not with your 8-year-old child. I know kids have to earn some responsibility, but you as the adult need to be there to watch your puppy at all times. Don't fill your puppy up with a bunch of water and a bunch of food and put them back in their crate and leave them there for 5 or 6 hours. Make sure that when you're going to use the crate for a long period of time during the potty training process, that you have completely emptied them. A fourth reason that your crate is so super important is literally for managing your life and your own emotions. Look, puppies are hard. They test our patience. They push us. They bite us. They bark at us. They pee on the floor. They chew the carpet. They destroy the couch. They are infuriating at times. But keep in mind, they are literally just babies. When we are about to lose our minds or we're at our breaking point of frustration, all you have to do is first recognize it. Self, I'm about to lose it. Thank you, self. I'm glad you admitted that. Then tell yourself, self, don't lose it on the puppy. They're just a baby. So grab your leash, bring them over to the crate, and calmly put them in the crate, walk away, cry in the other room. Along that same subject, you just sometimes need to manage your puppies because you have other things going on in life. Helping kids with the homework, finishing up your own work, prepping dinner, cooking dinner, eating dinner, cleaning up after dinner. When you've got things to do, simply, calmly put your dog in your crate and let them be in there while you're working on your own stuff. Management also leads to prevention. The more we have our dogs out of the crate, the more trouble they can get into, and the more bad behaviors they're going to get away with. Chasing the cat, jumping and nipping at the kids, chewing on, insert whatever puppies chew on, everything. Clawing at the counters to get what they want, barking out the window to get you to open the door, peeing and pooping in the house. Every time dogs get away with any of the things I just mentioned, and then some, they are learning those behaviors are acceptable and they will repeat. So whenever you're dealing with out of control moments, calmly put your dog in the crate and let them be in there. Look, formal training can help you with all of your behavior issues down the road. But what do you do now? We have to remember that these little tykes are just little tiny babies. They need management. They don't have impulse control yet. They aren't going to come well behaved. They definitely don't come obedience trained. We will get to that stuff in our formal programs, but for now, prevent, prevent, prevent. Use your crate. Now I'm going to show you how I ideally would want you to teach your puppy to go into their crate. Ideally, you wouldn't pick them up and put them in. I don't want you to push them in. There we go. I don't want you to drag them in. So here's what you're going to do. Your puppy is going to be on leash. You're going to be calm and patient. You're going to say the word crate just one time. So it's not crate, 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 crate. You're literally going to say crate one time and then go to work to start training. Now, once we say the word crate, our puppy is not going to walk into the crate. They don't know what that word means yet. So we have to go through the process of teaching them. So there's a few techniques we can use to get our puppies to go into the crate. First, we say the word while we're pointing inside of the crate. Then we can use motivation to encourage them to go in. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. We can use a treat or some food as a lure to get them to go in. Or we can use some leash pressure, different from pulling, to help guide them in. I'm going to show you the technique with just leash pressure. So I have my puppy on a leash. I'm going to use leash pressure to get my puppy closer to the crate while I'm also moving my hand closer to their body. I don't want to have my puppy 6 feet away when I give them this command. Crate. Okay, so clearly she has no idea what this means. So let me start teaching her. I'm going to use motivation first. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. That's it. Let's go, let's go. Now you see that Sabi decided she did not want to go in. Typical. So now what I'm going to do is add a tiny bit of leash pressure to get forward motion into the crate. I'm not dragging her. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Yay! Good, great. Good girl. Very good, great. That was very good. So there's some key points to consider in what you just saw. I added a little bit of leash pressure to get her to move forward toward the crate. If you watch again, you'll see that as soon as she started putting her paws in the crate on her terms, the pressure on the leash released so that she could make her own decision. As soon as that fourth paw is in the crate, I want to turn to block the crate door so she doesn't spin around and jump back out. And then the really important part of this is giving really positive feedback that I loved what she just did. I like to reward the command, good, great. But any love and any affection is good enough to tell her, I love what you just did. Let's do it again from a different angle. I'm going to get her a little bit closer. Crate. I patiently wait, let her make a decision. Now I'm going to add a little bit of leash pressure to get her body moving into the crate. Let's go. Leash pressure on, leash pressure off. No more pulling. Good girl. Good crate. Very good crate. Good girl. At that point, you want to take your leash off and your collar or harness. For the sake of this exercise and time, I'm going to leave the harness on. When we go to clip our leash off, don't be surprised if your dog wants to bolt out the door. That's where your body is blocking that doorway, and you also have your door. Close the door to keep your puppy in if you need to. Not all puppies are going to look this calm, but the process is the exact same. If they are kicking and screaming and fighting to go backwards, you patiently wait it out, add a little bit of pressure, say nothing, don't get mad, don't repeat the command, don't get fired up, just go into your Zen mode and wait for them to get into the crate. At this point, they have two options. Fight backwards, and it's not going to win because you don't let them, or go forwards, which you're going to help them do. You can also use treats or food as a lure to get them to walk in on their own, but I still would recommend that you use your leash. Throw some in there. Let's go. Take my food. Crate. Good crate. Good girl. The reward now becomes the food. So you can see that that was so much easier than using leash pressure, and there's nothing wrong with that. The idea is simply that we get the dogs making their own decision to go in the crate versus us forcing them. It's why I don't want you pulling your dog all the way into the crate, as opposed to using some leash pressure where you start to get them started and then they finish that process. A big key to making your dog love their crate is you've got to create positive experiences with this crate. If you only use your crate to leave the house, that's not a very positive experience for your dog. They interpret it as, I go in this box just when you leave. I recommend that you feed every meal in the crate. This way they learn, I love this thing. This is where I get my food. If possible, I recommend having multiple crates set up around the house, ideally in the areas that you hang out most. Nothing screams, I hate my crate more than when you tuck it away in a closet or put it somewhere that no one in the family goes. If your dog is really toy driven and loves to play, put their toys in their crate and make them go into their crate to get their toys out to play. And if your puppy is like most puppies, they love treats. Sometimes, not always, you can make your puppy think that your crate is actually a treat dispenser. Throw some treats in your crate when your puppy's not looking and let them find them on their own. People tend to make a big deal when their puppies come out of the crate, but not when they go in. If you want to give your puppy some extra snuggle time, do it in the crate. Love you. I love you. The number one issue that I see that dogs have with their crate stems from the humans. So many people feel so bad about using a crate with their dog. Guys, the crate is your friend, and it's such an important tool for all of the reasons I already mentioned. So if you feel bad about this, the whining, the crying, the barking, the chaos, I have some really good advice for you. Get over it. Okay, look, I know that sounds so super blunt and blatant, but you are set up for so much failure if you do not embrace the use of a crate. And even further, your little tiny puppies are set up for way more failure. If you do this right, your dogs will accept and embrace and love their crates. I also understand it's not as easy as it seems, and there are dogs that have really big challenges with the crate. Now that you have a great foundation as to why you have to use your crate and how to get your dog to go into the crate, if you're still really struggling, reach out to your trainer and ask for extra help. Good luck with your crate training, and we're so excited to help you on this journey with your puppy.